Hey everyone, it's your favorite dynamic duo, it's Tiana,
And Devin.
and we're so glad you're here to join us for another Mani by Me Unboxing Live. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you love spoilers and unboxings and demonstrations, then you've made it to the right live. Make sure that you join us every 23rd of the month because that's when we are unboxing our next Mani by Me. And if you enjoy nail art, whether you're a beginner or a pro, make sure you also subscribe to our Maniology channel because we come on Tuesdays and we do a live and we try to make it fun for the community here. So definitely subscribe and join us. So, Dev, are you ready to chit chat a little bit about, well, not a little bit, we have a lot to unpack in our unboxings. Are you ready to get started?
I I am. Yes, we have so much to cover in this month's Manny by Me, and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's jump right in.
So, as Dev is opening this, May's Manny by Me collection is all for you fruit and fruit lovers and definitely budget babes. It's gonna be hard to ignore that times are tight, but definitely with every purchase counts. So we're gonna show you why this box is even just so adorable and actually a really nice treat for your creativity and just your self-care. And let's just dive into the delicious details.
So if you already know about the box and you're ready to just go ahead and grab it, get yours, you can go to mannyxme.com and yeah, go ahead and grab your box. Also, if you know you absolutely love it and you want to get it sooner rather than later, you can also email our customer service team and ask them to move up the charge date in case, you're like, I need to have it. I need to have some me time. I need to have some nail time. I need to de stress. Then you can also do that just by contacting us through customer service. Okay,
Yeah.
but let me jump right in. So, the first thing you're going to receive are two inserts. The first one is going to tell you a little bit about the box, and it's going to tell you about the plates, the inspo, and all the fun things you're going to get. And then the second insert you're going to get is a very, very cute how-to tutorial. And this will help jumpstart your creativity. And it's going to give you a step-by-step of everything that you need to do to achieve the look. So, I'm like, where should we start first? Also, you're going to receive a cute little sticker and it says, grow through what you go through. I feel like that is very relevant right now.
Absolutely.
Then we have two subscriber or exclusive to our subscriber only plates. These will not be released to the public. And you can go ahead and enjoy all the wonderful benefits of these exclusive stamping plates. Oh, and we have, here we go. Sometimes the struggle is real. So let's take a look at these plates up close. We have MXM 151.
So this one is ripe with layering designs of apples, oranges, grapes, and other fresh fruits that make adding colorful details a breeze. So you have some full nail accents on the bottom. What you also have, So actually, I loved using that strawberry. I know it's not like a full strawberry shape, but I used it as like a French tip style. So
Mm-hmm.
I really, really love that. I've seen so many manicures with it. So again, if you're looking for a strawberry design, these are the plates to get right here. And you could also
Absolutely.
do like an orange version as well, like orange citrus.
Yes, that was definitely the point. Just like Tiana said, it's almost like a French tip design. So that's part of the reason why you don't have that bottom part. So you can just stamp it at the tip of the nail.
Actually,
So
I'll pop it in here so you guys can see kind of like a side by side of what that looked like. While Dev's showing that, so you can kind of see. Actually, let me move this.
very cute.
Okay,
So yeah,
now
we have an orange on this side and tons of very, very pretty options for some super cute fruit manis.
and I
Okay.
can't wait for you to see the tips that we have for you too, and to Deb
Mhm.
can show you basically how to use the frames with these fruits because it's a really cute idea. So now let's move on to the next plate, which is MXM 152. So you can see that this plate has a lot more full nail designs that's fruit filled and has a lot of like layering options too. So you have also a very like classic, almost like a gingham pattern.
So pretty. Let me show you guys what these look like when they're layered. So that I did a peaches manicure and then I used this kind of wavy grid pattern. I think you could either use it, I mean, you could use these any way you want to. That's the beauty of these like layered designs. You can use it underneath, you can mix and match. Either way looks good. So technically, I think if we're like saying what goes right next to each other, it'd be this and this together. But I really liked the way that this wavy line design looked, so I paired it a little differently.
I love how that turned out too. And
The
it
peach.
the color, yeah, and the color that was used and stuff really makes the peach color pop.
And then for the strawberry manicure, I used these frames on this plate. So I used this frame here, and then I figured out that it could be used as like a French if you just kind of edit the design. So I used it as a French here, and you can kind of see. Tiana,
Actually,
can you see it clearly, or do I have to
I
pull
was,
it back?
can you pull back just a tad? There you
Is that
go.
better?
Yeah, it is better. But basically, it's like you took a half or like two-thirds of the image and turned it into a French
A
design.
French. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And then that's how I kind of used that. So yeah, lots and lots of options, tons of ways to play. And then you can also see that I used, even in the tutorial, I think, for the insert, you can see how they used the same design and then put the lemons over it. So let me show you what it looks like next to the plate so you guys can kind of have an idea of like, oh, it seems like huh.
Are you looking at the ring finger right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
so
was
funny.
like,
ESPN, like we're thinking the same thing, but actually the other frame is being not inverse, but the edges are being used, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think she flipped the design so that way she could create a full nail pattern.
Very cool. I love it.
Yeah, because I feel like the cutout is here and here, so she used two halves of the design and flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, tons of options. There, the only limitations you have is what you are able to think of and create with it. So we have a team member who worked on this and she did a beautiful job.
It looks so like I don't want juicy. Like I don't
It's
know.
very Italian inspired.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, like it's limoncello vibes. The colors and choices are, yeah, very Italian inspired. Italian tiles. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, definitely.
But beautiful, beautiful manicure and so cute. Love what she came up with.
Yeah, maybe we could do a demo for you guys if you guys want to at the end. We'll see how many ideas we have to kind of show you how that was done. But
Yeah.
you want to move on to the early release polishes?
Yes, let's do that. So this month you are getting 2 early release polishes. Again, you're going to get them before anyone else does. And these are 2 brand new colors that we're bringing in. So the first color is Apple Crisp.
Which is a beautiful deep green stamping polish, has our classic cream finish, and it's perfect for those leafy accents that's all over the plate.
And then the second one is Lemon Zest B550.
So lemon zest does have a metallic mirror finish. Do you want to pop it open and see if we can
Yes.
kind of get some of that on camera?
I think you can see how it reflects in the light. And then afterwards, I'm definitely going to swatch these for you. Or should I swatch them now while we talk?
Well, maybe you can go ahead and swatch them and then they can dry and then we can go on with the surprise gift because I don't know, every month I'm always super excited to see the surprise gift, but I think this one they're going to be super excited. So if you saw it on accident in the beginning, shh.
Yep. I
We'll
tried
take
to hide it and move it out of the way. That is such a pretty yellow. You can see the shine in it. And then let me swatch lemon zest. It really is very zesty. And then let me
refreshing.
paint this really nice green.
I know. I feel like this spring. I mean, spring Kelly green is always in, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've definitely seen more heavy emphasis on Kelly greens this spring.
Mm-hmm. And then that is our 2 colors. And then we'll wait to stamp it. So we're going to give these a little bit of time to dry and then we'll stamp on them a little later. But now let's talk about the surprise gift because I know you guys want to know every single month the surprise gift changes and we do something to match the theme.
Well, I think always this particular one is a fan popular favorite that has been requested. So
Mm-hmm.
guys,
Isn't it cute? So, if you haven't guessed, what is this odd shaped strawberry? Why does it have this cutout? It has a cutout for your brush and it has these slits for your scraper cards. So that way you can hold your scraper cards. Oh, here. It's hard for me to see, for you to see the scraper card since it's standing right up. But so you can hold your scraper cards and your brush while you're working so that way you don't have to have your brush down like that. You can always put it up so that way it's resting and all the polish that's on it doesn't get all over your mat. But isn't that so cute, everybody? Don't you guys just love it? And you can
Yeah.
fit, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
what were you going
No,
to say, Tiana?
Devin was gonna actually hit up on that. Go ahead.
You can fit several scraper cards in here. So there are 3 slots, but like, for example, I could fit 2 in one slot like that, especially if it's the little ones. I feel like you could, yeah, you could probably, I have a bunch of scraper cards over here. Let me see how many I can get in there. For the big ones, you're probably gonna fit like 3. You could probably do more if you want. Yeah, I could fit maybe 2 of the big ones in one slot, but it's gonna be a bit of a tighter fit. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that you can probably fit like 6 scraper cards in here. Of the big ones, of the little ones, you could probably fit 9. And then this is acetone resistant as well. It is a silicone holder, so yeah, I was easily able to fit 6 cards. And then this thing is like, it's pretty heavy, so it's not just gonna tip over. And then again, if you're using your silicone mat, silicone on silicone, it makes it immovable. So it's just kind of stuck there now, which is really nice.
And make sure to keep it away from your pets and your children.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not food, even though it is super cute and it looks edible, but yes.
We don't recommend eating it or letting a child or a pet eat it. I mean, I know it sounds crazy that we're bringing this up, but we have had customers who have told us that that is exactly what happened to their stampers, to some of their other nail items. They either had a small child or a pet get a hold of it. So yeah, please make sure that that doesn't happen to you. So keep it away from any curious mouths. Okay, so do we cover everything?
No, we definitely did. So
We did. Okay.
I think basically if you want to, you can go ahead and pop back in the card.
Okay.
Mani by Me, the monthly club, we have, you can basically choose which collection would fit your lifestyle. So if you're interested, go to www.manixme.com. We also have a $5 off coupon for new subscribers. If you go ahead and use the code SUB5 when you go ahead and place the first order with us. For subscription, we offer a box collection, which comes with everything that Dev has shown here, including the inspiration card and the how-to tutorial to get you started. But for those who maybe have a lot of polishes, or maybe you don't even want to wait for the shipping, so we do have an express kit. So you go ahead and get those exclusive plates, and you can go ahead and get started on your manicures as soon as possible. And the the express kit comes in a canvas bag, so you can definitely still go ahead and get those plates.
Also, for your very first subscription box or express kit, so it doesn't matter what which one you order, but for your very first one, you will receive a stamper and scraper in that. So you'll literally have everything you need to start creating amazing manicures and to jumpstart your time, your relaxation time, your self-care time. So yeah, make sure to check it out and go to this site and use that code if you're a first-time subscriber, because it really makes a pretty big difference.
Absolutely. And I also wanted to say too, for those who maybe don't know, but we have, some people are they're unsure of commitment. Maybe that's not your thing, or you're still on the fence, or you're still maybe in the beginning of your nail stamping journey and you're not quite sure. We do have a one-time purchase option for $35. which means that this gives you an option to check out the product, see if it's for you, and you can go ahead and get these exclusive plates. Again, the plates will never be sold on our public website at maniology.com. This is meant for only subscribers only, and it just gives you an option, other options. We love options. We're girls who love options. So
Yes.
um,
You
definitely.
need flexibility. I think in life, in general, people need flexibility. Things happen, stuff changes. Sometimes you're wanting more, sometimes you're wanting less. So that's why we created a very flexible subscription model, so that way, no matter what you're feeling, we have options for you.
Absolutely. So, we get it. We completely got it. And we also got you. So, just offering you guys a different option. If you're interested, again, go to mannyxme.com and you can go ahead and check it out. It also makes for a really great gift option, too. So, if you have
Mm-hmm.
somebody you know who's really creative, you can go ahead and pick this up as a gift.
It's true. We have a lot of customers who like to get it as a gift for someone else that they know.
And don't forget, Mother's Day is coming around, too.
Mm-hmm. So if you have to go ahead and send that link to someone you know to give them a heads up of what it is that you might want, or maybe a mom that you want to gift a special item to, that's always an option too.
Absolutely. Don't wait. Mother's Day is coming around the corner. Don't forget.
Yes. And shipping, I feel like during those really big holidays can sometimes be crazy, because here's the thing, everybody has a mom. It's maybe for Christmas, not everybody celebrates Christmas, but everybody does have a mom. And my brother used to own a flower shop, and Mother's Day was one of the most busiest times of year for him because, again, with Valentine's, not everybody, has someone that they want to gift flowers to, or maybe they choose not to. But with Mother's Day, yeah, that's a big one because
I
everybody's
never
got a
thought
mom.
about that, but, because I always thought like, oh, Valentine's Day would be the day, but you're right.
Mm-mm.
Mother's Day would be crazy.
Mother's Day is absolutely crazy because, again, at least with Valentine's Day too, there's more options of what you can do. Flowers are nice, but sometimes people don't buy flowers for their partner,
Right.
or they just, they don't celebrate, or whatever the case is. But with Mother's Day, yeah,
Gotta
everybody
celebrate
is usually
mom.
doing something to celebrate mom. Yeah.
Right. That's a good point.
So this is what it looks like on black and white.
I
As you
love the
can see,
shape.
yes,
Yeah.
it actually stamps so well over black, and usually our metallics do stamp beautifully over black. So I feel like the camera isn't fully picking it up, but in certain lights, like, you can really see it.
When you turn it to the side, most definitely you can see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's swatch this green set. We used to have a lime tree at my house when I was a kid,
Mm.
but I don't remember what the leaves on the lime tree look like. But the shape of a lemon and a lime are kind of similar, aren't they? So
Yeah. I mean, it's lemons are bigger in general too, and they
but
taste
the
different.
shape, right? Well, yeah. But what I was getting at is, like, I think you could probably use the lemon stamp.
For a lime, you mean? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, honestly, I think if somebody's looking at it and it's like, "That's not a lemon, that's a lime." Oh,
It didn't want to transfer. I think because of the cuticle oil on my hand. So
Oh,
let me just try and wipe that real quick.
I know, because that was a good transfer. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody's looking at your nails and going like, "Oh, that's not a lemon, that's a lime." They're looking way too hard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if you change the color, people are
Yeah.
going to assume that it's a lime. Because again, the size of it, oh, whoops. How would you know that the size of the lime is inaccurate unless you have a lemon next to it? I mean, if you're planning on doing that, that's fine too. But I don't think anyone's going to be all like, based off of that single lime on your nail. I don't think that that's accurate sizing.
You know, to be completely honest, I mean, if you really wanted to get creative, the what is it, like the half moon design that looks like it was meant for an orange, you could probably use that as an apple too. Like if you just changed up the color a little.
Oh, I don't know about that one because the
Does it have like
apple
the
goes
pink?
the apple goes like this, right?
Yeah,
At
but
the
I
top.
mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like you could probably fudge the shape a little if you wanted to use it for another, like,
Maybe so.
yeah.
Or like you could a pomelo. A pomelo is round. I know that's not the common not everyone's thinking about pomelos, but pomelos are round, are they? Aren't they? Even
Or you could use it as a pomegranate, but I mean,
yeah, the shading, we might have to do something about the shading and the color, but yeah, technically pomegranate. Pomegranate, pomelo. There's a lot of fruits.
I don't even know if I've ever had a pomelo.
I don't think I'm a fan because they're kind of bitter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I was just recently introduced into persimmons. I didn't grow up eating
oh,
persimmons. Yeah. And my sister-in-law, she made a persimmon cookie. It was really good.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Persimmon cookie.
Yeah.
Wow.
And apparently like there's different ones too, like cooking persimmons and yeah.
Mm.
Ooh, nice.
This, yeah, so it stamped well on the green and the white. Again, I feel like when I turn it this way, you really can't see, and I think it's because the lights for our studio lights, they're diagonal. So there's one in that direction, and then there's one over there, but there's nothing over here. So I feel like that's part of the reason why when I turn it this way, you guys can see it better, but when I turn it this way, there's no light to really show behind me to show it. But can you see it when I turn it this way, Tiana?
No, I mean, of course, you can really see it over the white. The black is really difficult though.
Yeah, because I can see it very clearly over the black when I'm staring at it. I'm like, oh, that's such a bummer. But again, that's the hard part about on camera. Sometimes things that we can see so clearly with our own eyes don't always show on camera, unfortunately. All right, let's get into the other parts of the demonstration because I'm sure you all are really curious and would love to see what that all looks like. I'm wondering, we didn't do this stamping on these two colors, but I mean, okay. I was about to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure you know though, if it's stamped on black and yellow, it's gonna stamp well on this, but that's not the point. So let me go ahead and stamp these two because I wanted to use it for, oh, here. Oh, no. I wanted to use it for another design, but it's okay.
So I know we have a lot of fans out there who of our nail I'm sorry, fans of nail art who enjoy layered stamping, and there are many different options for layered stamping on these plates.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a shout out because we don't always make layered specific stamping plates. So, you know, it's really nice when we do to give a little shout out to those who really enjoy using layered stamping. And so when I say that, it's basically there's two different stamps meant to be layered one over the other.
Oy. I am. Send me your good stamping, Juju. Because third time's the charm. I think I'm scraping too hard also. So I'm accidentally digging polish out of the design. Yeah, much better.
Nice.
What did you all have for lunch today, by the way? I had very early, like, I've been trying to eat within an hour of me waking up, and it's so hard because I'm not naturally a breakfast person. I don't, like, if I eat breakfast, I'm eating breakfast at 11 or 12. But to eat like an hour from when I wake up, it's such a challenge for me. But I'm trying to, because it's supposed to be good to help set your, I think, your glucose levels. So I've been trying to eat something savory or protein focused in the morning as soon as I wake up. So today I had leftovers of this like steak and kimchi thing, which is like a really crazy breakfast in the morning to be eating kimchi and steak and rice. But
Oh,
it was
protein and
delicious.
probiotics. I mean, that's not
Yeah,
bad, I guess. Could be worse.
it's true. So now it's just a little weird because the flowers are green. But the flowers don't have to be green. You could always color them something else or reverse color them or just omit them. So that way you don't end up with green flowers like how I do. Because for the lemon tree, the flowers are white. For the lime, I'm not exactly sure. I don't even know if it has flowers. I don't remember. But again, the shape could totally work for a lime pattern.
I like
So
that. So cute.
now let's do the very same thing, but this time we're going to be using yellow.
Yeah, I feel like lately my food go-to, um, I've been making like toasties at home.
Oh yeah, toasties are wonderful.
Yeah, so my like I've been like playing pretend since I make food at home that I have like my own bistro and stuff because
It's
when
so
you go
funny.
out
She says playing pretend, but she made it. So it's not pretend. It's now just a really good meal.
it is, but I have to cook my own meal, you know, but it's no, it's been really nice because I've been kind of experimenting. And oh,
So
nice.
pretty.
And um so I've been making this toasty with pesto and feta egg.
Mm-hmm.
Ev had actually turned me on to the concept of like it's not even it's
Feta
like
eggs.
I don't want to say it's poached, but it's like a real soft boiled,
Yeah,
extreme like a poached egg.
runny
And
egg.
yeah, like a runny egg with feta and what do you call pesto? I get this pesto from my local farmers market, which is so bomb. And actually, I didn't know it didn't have pine nuts. It has walnuts in it, and it's so tasty. And more feta, and sometimes I put like avocado or
Mm.
spinach.
Oh, very good. Healthy fats and proteins.
It's bomb though with sourdough bread.
Oh, I
So that's
bet.
what I've just been making my family because they've been really enjoying that too. Some kind of rendition of it.
I like toasties if I have more time, then I'll cook it. I like to do for a while I was doing like feta egg, but I would just do it in the pan. And then I would throw the feta down so it gets a little like melty and crispy on the bottom, and then crack the
Mhm,
egg over. And
mhm.
then I
Yeah, that's what I've
would
been
drizzle chili oil over it, like some sort of chili oil
You know what?
or Sofrito seasoning.
I got the Laogama. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
tried
that
it yet,
works.
but I
Yes,
gotta try it.
yes, try Laogama. The only thing about the Laogama chili oil,
Sorry,
specifically
bring
with
it
that,
back just a tad, Deb, because it's a little. Okay.
wait, hold on. Let me also clear some of this stuff away so that way it makes it easier to see. The thing that I noticed about the Laogama, as much as I love it, it has an earthy taste to it, which is nice. But yeah, usually I just use the oil from it if I'm gonna do the feta eggs. I won't use like all the crispy bits.
Okay.
And then I'll put a slice of like turkey, like the Costco sells them. It's that Columbus brand, I think. And
Yeah.
it's like a thick cut turkey slice, and then I'll put that on the toast.
Mm.
So it'll be like sourdough toast, a slice of turkey, and then the feta eggs with chili oil on top.
That sounds
That's another way I like to eat it because I'm trying to eat more protein now, so that way it helps me stay satisfied and I'm less likely to like snack because I love snacking.
Me
So
too.
I've been doing that, and it is pretty impressive because it's actually a good amount of protein with the, like, if you do 2 eggs,
Mm-hmm.
that's 12 grams, and then the turkey is, I don't know, like at least 10 grams, I want to say, or maybe more per slice. So, yep, that is what it looks like. Again, I feel like the camera just isn't doing it justice, especially for the yellow on the green, but it's a very, very pretty color.
No,
So you're just gonna have to trust us.
no, it looks really good. Sorry, by any chance, do you have like a specific idea going on for the pink and the frost?
um,
There?
I did. Why, do you have ideas? Because
No.
I'm also open to other things. Is
No,
there
I was
certain?
just wondering if you'd be able to incorporate that concept that we saw on the how-to card.
Oh, this. I I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me try it not on a tip because I have an idea of how it's done, but part of me is also still a little perplexed because there's something on there that makes me curious how she got that shape. This
I
little
think I know.
diamond
Yep.
here.
Yeah, that's what I've
And
been
I'm
looking
like,
at too.
why? Well, okay, wait, no, here. Actually, yeah, let me try. Okay, let me get a blue because I want to do it in blue.
See, it's the nail scientists in us.
Seriously. Sometimes you have to be a nail scientist in order to do these things. Okay, so let's see. I think I understand how she did it. So it's our wonderful team member Denise who does or who creates a lot of those like how-to videos and tutorials you'll see. We have 2 team members who help us create some content. Tiana and I also help create content, but our team member Denise also does too. So if I understand correctly, she did something like this. And I think, again, I'm using a very large tip. It's very long and it's very wide.
Ah, there you go. You got it.
So I think she did something like that. And then because her nail tip is not as, or her nail is not as wide, she doesn't get as much of this big gap on the side.
Yeah.
But I think you can just go ahead and fill it with all the, with whatever little extra pieces you have, because once those lemons go over it, it's kind of hard to see what parts of the design are missing or not exactly accurate, especially with this pattern. It's so busy.
Well, and not only
Yeah.
that, you took a framed image and made it into a full nail design,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
So you see how now it basically just looks like a full nail pattern. And again, I think with this, you could probably stamp some of the lemons so that way you don't see some of those details. Also, because you're using a darker color blue, I would go ahead and do a double stamp in order to protect that. Or, yeah, then she just went in and maybe reverse colored it, I think. So we can do some reverse coloring. I was planning on doing that for you guys anyways. So let me go ahead and clean this off, and then we can do a little reverse coloring, and I can show you guys how she created that look. So now we would go ahead and I think she's using, it looks like she's using a brown here. Let me go grab a brown because I have black, but black is kind of harsh. So I think a color like acorn works, or even something lighter. A more milk chocolate brown would probably be really nice too. And then you just go ahead and do that and pick up the design perfectly. Then you're going to go ahead and color in all the details. So you can use Bam White, or I think I might use Frozen for my flowers. So now grab a little palette. I'm using part of my sticky stamper station. Then go ahead and put your polish there. And you're gonna grab your polish and just go ahead and fill in the designs.
It's getting kind of blurry, Dev.
Okay, let me move some of this stuff out of the way too.
No, it's clear now. It's just, I think, kind of shifting. Yep, there you go. We can see it clearly.
Okay.
So for these flowers and stuff, just the side note, if you're maybe not aware or maybe trying reverse stamping for the first time, get one of your finest brushes. Just because, the way that Deb's doing it, of course, she's making it look easy, but these flowers are tiny, tiny, tiny. You want to make sure that you keep all of that polish inside of the fine lines of that flower in order for it to not go outside of the lines.
Yes, I think this brush either came in a Mani by Me box or a Halloween countdown. I think it's a Mani by Me box though.
I think you're using the one that has the sequence, right? The glitters.
Yes, but we did it for the CDC, but our Halloween countdown, but it was different colors, and I thought the colors were all iridescent glitters. This one is a metallic glitter. So that's why I was like, I don't remember it being purple. I think that we gave them like yellow, green, and another color, but I don't, yeah.
I know. I have the
We're giving
pink
you
one.
guys a lot of stuff.
I want to say it came in a set though. It's like a set of I don't know. Hello.
I think I know for the Halloween countdown calendar, we gave them a set of 3. Sometimes for the Mani by Me, we surprise you all and give you a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Deb, actually, this came, I believe it came from the Mani by Me collection, and it actually did come with the one that you're using. It's a 5-piece with the dotting tools.
Wow.
You know what? Forgive us, okay? It's been a long time, and we've been doing Mani by Me for such a long time. So,
Yep.
thank you to everybody who's been around for a while and is probably writing in the comments like, "Oh, are they forgetting what they gave us for Mani?"
Absolutely. We absolutely have forgotten what we give you. Sometimes I literally forget what the month before was. But that's also because for us, we work, several months in advance. So usually we're working anywhere from 6 months to a year in advance. Even if we haven't worked on the products, the themes we've worked on, or sometimes we have to move launches around and all this kinds of stuff. So whatever is happening in the current month, like today when it was like, okay, we have to do the unboxing, I almost forgot. I forgot what it is that we were unboxing. I thought it was going to be the previous month. I wasn't sure what month it was, or I don't know I don't know. Time moves very differently for us.
Right, right. And that's, we're in the thick of it and stuff. And so, between crunch time, deadlines, all those kinds of things, and then just so many products coming out too. So thank you
It's
for bearing
true.
with us. But really and completely, in transparency, we do forget. So
Yes. Yes, surprisingly, well, not surprisingly. Yeah, I think it's because we're moving forward and backward in time with these kinds of
right,
things. Like we're
right.
constantly thinking ahead, but then when we do stuff like this, it's like going back in time almost. Even though this is what for you all, this is like, okay, this is the new thing.
Well, it's so funny too because recently I just went through kind of like our retired list of plates. So I just kind
Mm,
of organized my stuff and honestly, I'm going through some of these plates and it's like, we came out with that? When did we come out with that?
I know.
You know?
I know.
So
I know. I was trying to look for something too recently. I think I was trying to look for like our Lay of Aloha plate. And I was like, wait, we don't have it anymore. What happened?
oh yeah. Yeah. That was one of our anniversary plates, right?
I thought so.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys don't really care for flower lays too much. But I can also understand. For us, it's like there's so much cultural significance to it.
Mhm.
And we love to share a little bit of our Hawaiian and local culture with you all.
Oh, this is turning out really pretty. Do
It
you want to flip it
is.
over to kind of give a sneak peek of what it looks like on the front? Oh, so pretty.
Yes, it's very cute. Everyone enjoys a good fruit pattern. Thing is even for me, I am not an avid fruit eater. I actually have been working with a food therapist, and they were like, okay. I was like, what do we do when I get a sweet craving in the middle of the night? Because that tends to happen. She was like, eat 2 pieces of fruit, and then you can have your little sweet treat if you want. But you have to either eat 2 pieces of fruit before or after. And I was doing that, and it actually did work. It stopped me from trying to eat like sugary treats. I typically like chocolate, or like I liked good baked goods. Not just any baked goods. It's got to be something like something I really like. So
what was your fruit of choice then if you don't enjoy eating fruits? Which I already knew, but so what was
yeah,
your go-to fruit that you would eat?
eat strawberries. I would eat strawberries, a lot of strawberries. But the therapist was like, "Oh, maybe you should try eating other types of fruit," because she knew that I wasn't like a big fruit eater. And then I've been trying to eat grapes, but there are just so many in the container. And it is such a struggle. Also, they're so sweet, which is like funny because you think that'd be a good thing, but they're almost a little too sweet. I think I liked the strawberries better than the the grapes because I
Mm,
feel like I have to eat so many grapes to give me the same feeling that eating 2 strawberries would give me. Because, strawberries are so big also
mhm.
that 2 strawberries does more than just satisfy the sugar craving, it also helps fill you up. I think that was what I noticed. So now, not eating the strawberries and eating these small grapes, you got to eat like 10 of them, but then they're so sweet that I don't want to. And then also the struggle of trying to make sure that I get through it and I actually finish it all instead of it going to waste, because that's the other issue too. Sometimes I can't get to eat all the fruit before it goes to waste. So, yeah, if you have any grape recipes, let me know. Like, what do people do with grapes? I'm just going to put some of this nail foil glue on because I don't want the polish underneath to get smudged. And I also want to make sure that this transfers nicely. Um, yeah, do you guys have any ideas? Like, what do you do with green grapes to make sure that you use them all? Like, I don't know too many baking things that people do with grapes. Besides, like, okay, yeah, you could turn it into raisins. I guess you could freeze some of them. Jam maybe, but do people make like green grape jam? I know, I wonder. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. Another thing is that with the grapes, I know that people will do that thing where they like coat it in sugar and lemon juice and all that stuff. And even though that sounds so good, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds amazing. I feel like that would defeat my purpose of eating the grapes. So I probably can't eat it like that. I don't think I can eat candy coated grapes.
You know what, to be honest, like, I'm not a grape eater. If I do
Mm,
eat grapes, it is gonna be green grapes, that's my
mm-mm.
preference, and I know now they have so many different varieties of grapes, but yeah, I don't know, for the cost of the grapes, I just don't enjoy them.
Right? I don't know if I'm really enjoying them either. I
Yeah.
like a little bit, but I don't know if I want that many grapes. It's a lot. I'm eating a lot, it's a lot of grapes right now. And yeah, I've been eating it with cheese, and that's been
Mm.
nice because then it's like, charcuterie.
Well, you know
Um,
what? I'll be completely honest too, like another thing, and this is not just because obviously the growing price of just everything, all produce and stuff, but um I will get so angry though eating, buying like a case of strawberries and none of them are sweet though.
yes, that is
That
irritating.
that
It's
is
irritating.
very irritating too.
Yeah.
You can have the biggest, strawberry, but it's just water. Like it just tastes like water.
I always try to sniff them.
If
Like
it
when
does
I'm
have a sweet
purchasing.
smell, yeah, then it's worth picking up.
Yes, if it smells super sweet, that lets me know what is it? It's like the sugars, they're not caramelizing, but there's another word for it to explain that like the sugars are starting to, well, it's starting to ripen.
Mm,
So
okay.
then that, yes, because I've definitely had that happen a couple of times. But also, it would probably be good to know, at least on my end, when do certain fruits come in season? Because we always have them available, in the US, there's always fruits being produced, but some seasons, certain fruits are going to be sweeter. Obviously, the seasons that they are in season.
No,
So,
you know what? I wish I was better at actually eating the way that you said, because it's not natural for people to eat,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
correct.
um,
Things
seasonal
that are
meant
out of
food,
season. Yeah.
yeah, for all season, you know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
But like, say for example, I feel like oranges have been in season, or it's maybe gonna come out. Like cold season was probably
Mm.
really good, because I was getting some of the sweetest navel oranges, and so much so that I was actually juicing my own orange juice.
Ooh,
I think I
wow.
mentioned this. Like, I actually haven't bought orange juice because I just been buying 8-pound bags and just
Mm.
juicing it myself. It's been the best orange juice ever.
I wanted to use this plate originally, but I also wanted to show you all how I did this because I think some of these like bits here that's really interesting for everyone. So what do you think, Tiana? Should I show them how to do something like this, or should I show them how to get that like French looking thing that I created?
Well, I think the French is kind of, again, I like the deconstructed,
Yeah.
idea of using the plates. It just gives someone,
Hmm.
a different idea. So yeah, maybe you
Okay.
could do maybe a simplified version of that.
Yeah. So yeah, but I am definitely trying to be better about incorporating fruits because it's just healthy and normal to be eating fruits. Yeah. It's been interesting.
Oh, good for you. That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to eat more fruits and eat more vegetables and prioritize protein and kind of get rid of the stuff that maybe aren't as beneficial for me.
Oh my gosh, that's good for you. Honestly, like these days, when we say winning is winning, I have been so like just have a pat on the back moment where I buy one of those big containers of spinach and I can finish it without it
Oh,
going bad,
yeah.
like not wasting
Yes.
it. That makes me so happy.
You're
You know
doing a good job.
Right, right. So I think I've purchased, because we're notorious for just not, planning meals around that. And we've been eating it, making omelets in the morning and making meals and finishing the whole container, which makes me so happy. I'm not
That's
wasting it.
awesome. The other thing sometimes I'll do is I'll just cook it all up at once, and make like sauteed spinach because
Right.
then you can just scoop, the sauteed spinach and add it to literally anything. And then you can also freeze it if you need to. So that way it's like, oh, if you feel lazy, you just take it out and unthaw it and then take it and throw it into any food that you need.
Oh, okay.
So this is how I did the French. I removed this line and I only did half of the stamped image. Although you can do more, you could keep the line if you want and use it that way as well. But again, you're just using half of the image basically. So in this design, you can see here, I removed that little edge that is here, this little line thing.
The
And
frame.
then I wanted to pull it up to the side. And so you can go ahead and do that and just pick up whatever it is that you want and then remove the bits. And you can stamp along the side here if you're trying to create your own like different sort of frame or like a side frame situation like how I did. And yeah, that was it. And then you can go ahead and stamp your strawberries. Let me see. I have here, trying to see if I have, yeah, I'm just going to use those strawberries or even blackberries, whatever you want. Oh, oh, here's my red. But we love food at Maniology. We really do.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
very food positive here. So then you stamp that there, and then you go with your outline, and I'm going to use a darker red because I like the way the darker red looks with it. And let me wipe this design down real quick.
Very cute. I love how that turned out. Can you bring it up a little closer?
Sure.
Very
So
cute.
if you want to, if you're wondering like how do they make the leaves different colors, you can either reverse stamp it or you can do something like this. I'll show you on the other side. Let me show you with a design that is, okay, I'll try with the strawberries. So I feel like this makes it easier first. So there are a couple of ways to do it. You don't have to do it this way if you don't want to. If you're trying to avoid reverse stamping, this is one way to go about it. And again, there are many ways to do this. This is just the way that I think is going to be easier for me. So I'd use this basically as an outline and I'd do it in white. And then I would go in and do the colored parts. Now, the reason why I'm doing it in white isn't because I need it to, I'm not trying to make the colors that I put on top brighter, but I need an outline. And if I'm doing an outline in any other color, like for example, if I just did it all red, like how I did here, then if I try to do green leaves over red, what does red and green make together? Brown. So that's why I want to use white as my basis.
Kind of like a primer color.
Yes, exactly. And then now I can go ahead and, oh, whoops, no. Let me switch stampers for this.
I think in
it'd be
some
easier for me.
cases too, I think another solution if you're looking for an outline, because I've done this too, Luna, like a soft gray,
Oh yeah, Luna works too.
could be like a good substitute just to kind of give you guidance for
Yes.
that.
So then we go ahead and add our leaves, which would be right here. Now, if you have a hard time trying to line things up, close one eye. It helps. So there. Now I have my green leaves over there. And then I'm going to do the other leaf and the vine. So you could also do it this way. I kind of did things differently. Take away my strawberry shape. Can even take that leaf away since I already stamped it. I'm going to take this leaf away too since I already stamped it. So now we're going to try and line things up again. just like that. And then now my flower stays white, which is good. And now we're gonna go in and do our strawberries. So actually I made it a little harder. I added one extra step that wasn't necessary. So I did those first 2 leaves and then I stamped and did the last leaf. But honestly, I should have just picked everything up and then just pulled apart the parts that I didn't want, which is all of this stuff now. So here we go. And this is how you turn a layered stamp, and you change it a little bit so that way you get exactly what you want colored where. And then you don't have to reverse. Okay. And now I have my red strawberries with my green leaves and my white flower. And then now I'd go in with my outline, and for this I'm going to go ahead and use acorn brown. And there we go.
Pull back just a tad.
It's still a little blurry. Hold on. Let me remove all these other things and then put this on, whoops, a white background so that way it makes it easier.
I know technology is so
helpful, but sometimes also very fickle.
very nice.
Can you see it clearly now?
You know, I think, yes, you can see it clearly. Doing it that way is really a trust the process kind of thing, trust the process, because I feel like when you're doing it white and then putting the green and then putting the pink, it's like you still don't see it. And then the outline just makes it all come together. So
It's true.
yeah.
It really is true. So yeah, that's another way you can do it where you don't have to reverse color the image, and you don't have to have the entire image just be one color. If you don't want it to, you can go ahead and break the design apart and edit it and then put the colors where you need it to. If you're wondering why Maniology usually does only 2 layers of images, because I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, the leaves are a different color, the fruit is a different color. Why is it that you only do it in 2 layers? So the options are, we either break everything apart and you get like 3 images, like 3 completed images, or we do it as 2 layers and you get 6 images. So personally, I would much rather have 6 images, like 6 completed images, than having 3 completed
like we
images.
said, we're women with options. We like options.
Yes, I like to give you as many options as possible, because again, if it was just this, like 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 4, I would have to break it down so that way it would be 3 layers. So then I would basically, in this area, I wouldn't be able to fit as much designs.
You basically get 2 fruit ideas.
Yeah, exactly. You'd get, peaches and raspberries, and then that's it. But I would rather give you blueberries, peaches, raspberries, lemons, and just give you more instead. So that's why we always do it that way, in case you're wondering, how come, it's like that. That's my logic, because I'd rather give you more bang for your buck, if that makes sense.
That's why we do these lives, to give you some inspiration, do a demonstration. You can kind of see how the product is being used, and
And also give you guys some insight, Because again, how would you know? If you're looking at it, it just doesn't make sense. But if I explain it to you, now you understand why we're choosing to do it that way, and also what the benefits are of it.
Absolutely. Actually, it's so funny you touched upon that because before we close out this video, I'm just going to wrap it up really quickly and just kind of talk about the perks when you sign up for Mani by Me. And you have VIP perks. So, again, we would be not here if it weren't for all the subscribers who have been with us either from the beginning or who have subscribed with us along the way. Thank you so much. Again, you're always truly at the heart of what is we do here. Your creativity, the energy, and also just the love for nail art helps to really inspire us. But for those who maybe are joining us for the first time or are not aware, this box it's not just a monthly delivery. It's also kind of like your little moment of joy in the calm and comforts of your home. So think of it as treating yourself to, something that is, again, joyful. I love that word. It's part of my practice right now is to try and see what sparks joy. And so if nail art is something for you, then you gotta love the perks that come with the packet, the box, which is you get 10% off your Maniology orders. And if you've been following us, we come out with something new almost like every single week. So why not save 10% on that with your own personalized VIP code? You also get free shipping, free US shipping for orders that are $30 or more, which is so easy to do. And, we know everything adds up. So we just want to make it as simple as possible. You also get bonus rewards when you sign up for our free Mani Circle Rewards members. You get basically 50% more stamps, which is just rewards when you spend money with us. And y'all know how I love to peep on like what our freebies are because we do offer a lot of freebies. And just to let you know, if you need to re-up on that smudge free or sticky base coat, you can get it for free if you have enough stamps. So go check your rewards. We have free glass cuticle pusher. You can get $10 off a Mani by Me subscription and even get discounted polishes. So if you're not signed up to Mani Circle and you've been shopping with us, you've been missing out. If you subscribe, you get 50% more stamps. It's a win-win all around. And it's not last, but you also join a creative community here. Just look at everybody who's been a part of today's live. We're already over an hour. We have a lot of chatter going on here. It's not just about pretty nails. It's about joining a community that just gets you and it's supportive and it's helpful. And there's artists, trendsetters, supportive nail friends who kind of help to lift each other up and to, hype each other up. So definitely don't forget to send us your images with hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Mani by Me box. And also, I think the main thing here, only if you're a subscriber do you get access to our past collections. So I'll just leave that there. A lot of really great perks, a lot of things to think about. I think this subscription is super cool if you're looking for something that's really creative, a creative outlet, something that brings you joy. Think about it. And yeah, so definitely. Deb, do you think you can pop in that code really quickly?
Yes. So again, first time subscribers only will get $5 off your very first subscription box or express kit. And again, the subscription box will come with your 2 exclusive plates, your 2 early access polishes. Let me move this out of the way, and your surprise gift of the month, which this month is our little polish and scraper card holder. And then you will get your 2 inspo inserts with the tutorial and also a little card telling you about what the theme of the box is, as well as a stamper and scraper set in your very first box. So you'll literally have everything you need to start your self-care time. And if you
Absolutely.
are not, feeling that full subscription box because you have too many stamping polishes, we still have the same option minus polishes. So you'll get all those other goodies and, no polishes, and you'll still be able to take advantage of that. So again, the code is sub5, and all you have to do is go to www.manixme.com and go ahead and take advantage of that. The box is available now, so I highly, highly recommend you check that out.
Absolutely. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today's live. We really enjoyed having you here, and thank you so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can join us for another live stream that Dev or I am on. And thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next live.
Bye, everybody.